Fair enough, because if God is working with you in your 4th house and fine-tuning your alignments, then it means that you are learning things that you're not sure what, you know. Okay. And it's going to feel like, it possibly is going to feel like a very untimely detour when you are worried about your money. Like, why aren't they on board with helping you solve the money? The problem with the spiritual quest, the problem with the spiritual work is that you know, it doesn't come with income necessarily, right? Because that would be a conflict of interest when you're in the development stages. Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit. We were talking about having your wand, getting your magician wand, getting your power going, and that's why she's doing it. Remember? Remember how we figured out that Venus is in your 4th house doing the alignments so that she's helping you get your wand going, getting your mojo going. Absolutely. So temperance being the allowing for, you know, you're protected. You are protected. The truth has to matter. The truth has to come first. It just has to. And it has to come when it's bit by bit, right? Because it's up against it in this world. The world doesn't want you to know the truth. So it's been consistently coming towards you. Now what's interesting is they're all going in the same direction, right? So they're, the alignment. Shit, God, thank you. Okay, the alignment. Look at you right between both aces. So let's put them sideways because they're, well, no. They need a ways to go, but it is a positive. It is a positive because they are in progress. So I don't want to remember it incorrectly or reference it incorrectly. So, now the house that we know is tied to 5th house and 7th house, where we have the pentacles repeated, but the overarching energy that I got as the preliminary energy of the 9 of Pentacles stuck sideways off camera spoke of it being primarily career, stuck worrying about the big picture and the money and this has been a lifetime worry then. Okay, 2 things in progress, close to being stuck. Wow. Well, Leo, I just think you should get major points for this being such an incredible reading. Okay. This is very mad. I love it. Okay. This is why I like the camera on the cards. You can see what the cards do. And this is why I like getting the cards to fly in a reading. Absolutely. Okay. Wow. Now, 2 people here. This is not just you. This is not just you. This has something to do with that 6 of Pentacles coming through in the 7th house. We've got a Virgo energy here for me, 6th house energy. And we have independence. But they came out together. You want to tell me that this is you and yourself? 2 of you are progressing together. What was I saying about earlier? If there are 2 of you, then you're both being worked on independently, right? Now, if it is just you, this is where there's movement. But seriously, does it not look like somebody's coming towards you with, and things have to be aligned because things have to be aligned because you guys have to meet at the right time for both of you. So there's collaboration here. Slow moving, like you possibly were ready sooner and this person wasn't, or you weren't ready sooner and this person was. But this was your primary energy at the beginning of the reading. So I feel like, God, oh, that Chariot getting aligned. Anything else I need to know? Probably not. Any confirmation that this is, well, Leo will know. If it's one Leo, this might be internal work. Another Leo, it might be two people. But look at, she's like, la la la, looking over here at my falcon while he's coming up out of sight. I want a deck with female knights, but you know, that's me. I'll find it. I'll make it. I'll create it. And multicultural, obviously. But a black woman made this deck. Ninja Pamela. Okay. Oh, another 2 cards. Oh, so that non-conformity, 11th house repeating, and they're here. Like, somebody's ready for a fresh start, and somebody needs a forced change of perspective. The 11th and 12th houses. Neptune. Soul contract. This is divine timing. And when we're ready for that Ace of Swords, that truth, right? So again, this could all just be you. It could be, you know, where your mind was and where your actions were. You know, that the actions were slow compared to the mind. And then you're ready for a fresh start. But you are in mastermind mode. You are completely, you have fulfilled, like we're at a 10. So you are completely fulfilled in your King and Queen of Swords energy, in your Aquarius 11th house energy. You are ready, you are primed. That tower, the tower, yes, again, in your 7th, that all that lifelong trajectory. What were we saying in first house about trajectory, right? Of, you know, what your life path is. Okay, so all of that uniqueness that you are is ready. It's here. It's complete in the 10. And then what follows an 11th house, but the 12th house of the Hanged Man. Now, he is in magician pose. When he's technically upright, right? He's upside down. You've got the halo of enlightenment. But right now, for me, he's got the stability. His legs are in that 4 of stability. Right? Not that they aren't in this position, right? But when it's flipped like this, then it's like he's standing on the finish line. This is otherwise the tree of life, obviously, but like an arch of opportunity. And here he is, for me, crossing that finish line and conquering death, conquering, you know, he's full Pisces, full King of Cups. What did we say about King of Cups? Because going back a ways, right? Yeah, in your 4th house, that alignment, that's what she's tweaking. Your King of Cups is in your 4th house. And so he's King of Cups energy. So yes, what this is all dependent on is 11th and 12th house progress. So that tower, absolutely. And Uranus is a co-ruler of Aquarius with Saturn, and Saturn, of course, rules Capricorn. Okay, beautiful. And look how it, just look at the symmetry here. So such an emphasis on alignment in this. So let's get to your 11th house. Let's get to your 11th house. And basically the humanitarian house, the technology house, the solving people's problems house. Yes, from the bigger picture point of view. Being the big computer. You are the big computer in this house, in diagnosing situation and coming up with an innovative way to solve it, and pushing people out of their comfort zones. You're pushing people out of their comfort zones here. Connecting with them. It's very much a 3 of Cups energy, because I believe in astrology it's represented by 3 of Cups. And wow, things that are in progress together. Look at that alignment. Now, what did I say? You are in full King of Swords energy in your career house. And here we have the King of Swords in progress in his own house, the 11th house. But we have you, Sagittarius energy. Not that you're Sagittarius, but fire energy, right? You in your strongest fire energy in the 11th house. Absolutely. So being that, it's just echoing the Tower. And then it's necessary change. So that Hanged Man. This is, for me, it's a Libra card. Because I put air, you know how I changed air and earth. So this is, for me, a 7th house card. A necessary change of communication, of thinking, of what you know. And if we're worried, if we don't know what we believe in the 9th house, yeah. This is just like how that ace, those two aces, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, with you. Wow. So you have very strong energy in your 11th house. Period. Dot. That's who you are. That's a big part of who you are, Leo. And Aquarius is right across from Leo. Complementary. It's a perfect house for, it's, you know, perfect house for what you know, how you combine humanitarianism with all your creativity. But again, all those people. So those 9 swords, if we go right back, where the 9 swords, but the 2 swords. Why can't I remember it? Right, in your 3rd house. Ta-da! Yes, let's just pull that out. Because 3rd house is what you know, and 11th house is what you do with it. So let's just make sure we've got some clarity here. Here are all the 3rd house cards. Okay? So, that wish fulfillment that is in progress, the instability, almost full Aquarius energy here, and then full in your career house. So that, yeah, that truth, that what you know, your ace of, your magic wand, Leo, your magic wand. Your magic wand is tied to that truth. Look how tied to the truth it is. Look at this. This is going to be that Ace of Swords right there. And the 2 swords. It's got 2 swords in this hand, right? And that's the 2 swords that you're trying to make up your mind about in your 2nd house. The truth of who you are. Yeah? You really need to look objectively at your skills, but know that the creativity, I really feel like you've been hedging your bets about your creativity then. But again, there's a tremendous amount of awareness here. Tremendous amount of awareness. So I'm not sure that you're actually hedging anything. Final house, 12th house. No, it's just that Pluto energy of just... Now, in the Sagittarius energy, the 9th house, it's ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter co-rules Pisces. with Neptune. Now, we haven't had the wheel turn up yet, but there's a lot of wheel activity in terms of long journey, like a long lifetime trajectory here. Now, the question is why? The question is, where are we going and what it's all about? So if the question for you is the bigger picture, and who's, like, how much of your own will versus the will versus God's will, hopefully you can see exactly how timed everything has been. Wow. So Jupiter energy, Gemini energy, what am I saying? Mercury energy, Sagittarius and Gemini. Okay, here we have the complementary energies. Proving yourself to everyone, but that King and Queen of Wands energy. Okay, and then the Page of Swords, sorry. Knowing. And what was I saying about the Page of Swords earlier? About wanting to have total clarity about that conflicts of the Three of Pentacles that were in progress, and making sure that you are full Page of Swords energy and that you know how not to get stuck, that you know the situations, you know yourself well enough, okay, in order to avoid getting into a conflict of interest, which would be, absolutely heartbreaking. So, and repeated with the 3 here. So specifically, yes, they're echoing what I said about that. So those 3 pentacles, those collaborations, and the alignment, right? Because, and especially with the alignment of the Knight of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, completely. And so these contracts, if these are contracts or projects, we have the Sword of Truth here again. Faith and what you know, what you believe in. Okay, what you believe in, what do you believe in? Because Pisces, absolutely, Pisces is always having to cope with. Pisces is every house, Pisces is every crown. The King and Queen of Cups, right? So that King of Cups that's in your, it's in your Gemini, isn't it? No, where the heck did I put him? Where the heck did I put him? Is he in your 4th? Yeah, he is. Okay. So that King of Cups getting aligned in your 4th house. Let's pull it out then. That alignment, that body work that you're going through with Venus. Yep. Okay. It's total spiritual connection, but this king and this queen wear every crown. So they know what it's like to be, they'll take on aspects of every sign as needed. And every house, the concerns of every house as needed. And so absolutely, it's like Pisces is always in a 9 and 10 of Wands energy, basically. Pisces needs everything to be shipshape in life. Needs the home to be completely maintained and clear and tidy, and food to be healthy, or else it's just gonna tank. And that's why I think people reverse associate Pisces so much with addictions and rehab and things like that. But it's actually because their natural inclination is to being that regulated. And it needs to be to that level, or else there are huge problems because of the weight of the responsibility spiritually and just physiologically, astrologically, that's on Pisces. It all has to run like I gave Pisces a cruise ship, and it needs to run like a cruise ship, or else it's gonna, once a cruise ship flips, hello Poseidon Adventure, which I always keep close to me. One of my main spirit guides, Paul Gallico. So, who wrote against gays, but I believe it's because he's actually was gay. Sorry to his family if I pissed them off by saying that, but he had 4 wives and they might thank me for saying it. Didn't have 4 wives at the same time, but anyway, no, I feel very confident what he's led me through in life, and the people he's pulled together, and I co-write with him. So, yeah, no, this alignment. What you believe, because the Pisces knows best at the end of the day. I mean, I want to say everybody knows best, but Pisces has to make up the mind about what to do creatively and humanitarian, like has to pull it all together. And do something about it, or, because Pisces knows, first Pisces has to know full self-awareness in terms of realizing that Pisces is right. Then we have the 2 fish, the 2 Pisces fish that need to be aligned in their own way. They might be aligned by going in different directions, yeah? Anything else for 12th house? Yes. Near completion. Oh! Oh, Leo, I'm so happy for you. This is like shitty hard work, but there you have Saturn. Primarily, there you have your Capricorn career energy, your 10th house energy. But you also have 11th house because it co-rules with Uranus. So that tower, that lifelong tower, look how close to complete it is. Woo! But again, you need that Creative-Muse energy. So we need to combine the fire with the water. That's what you need to do in order to do this creative work. That's why the fine-tuning in your 4th house is you have to combine all that drive and all that, the fire creative energy with the water muse creative energy. You're going to be I hate to use the word co-creating, but you're going to be co-writing. You're going to be channeling. Okay, it's not just your own. You're going to blend your own creative fire with the channeling. And you might have been awkward about that. You might not have wanted to do that. You might have wanted to just initiate everything yourself. But it's not like that. It's going to be in communion with other creators. So people that were on this earth ahead of you, and maybe it's been a question of whether or not you can believe that these people are actually reaching out to work with you. That's probably, okay, so that's probably what the issue is the credibility gap of daring to believe. This is actually one of my spirit guide cards. This is the first person that reached out to me through cards and left this card for me, not as a tarot card, as a regular playing card. Excuse me. She bore witness for me in a situation where no human alive around me would bear witness for me or could. And so that's how they started to bring me into tarot, was where she put this card underneath this huge armchair, under the center of it, in a room that I never cleaned for my client that I've been with for years. The one time, and in all the years I've been with her, it's only the one time that she got me to clean the room because they had their carpets cleaned and she didn't need me to vacuum the other carpets. So she asked me to vacuum this one room that I never vacuumed because it's the teenage territory, right? So it's their responsibility. But I needed to move the chair to vacuum under it, and there was a card right there, and on the back of it, it said hell with fire all around it, Cayman Islands, and it was a 9 of wands, 9 of clubs. And just within the hour before that, I had been saying to a partner that, we needed to be breaking. It's not that I said we need to be breaking. I told him I'm in hell, and he's like gaslighting me. He's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am. No, you're not. And this stuff freaks the shit out of him. Very effective way of communicating to him when nothing else will. And so then this card appeared. I photographed it, sent it to him. I said, see, somebody knows. And that got under his skin. He went straight to thecardsoflife.com and was looking it up. And it did. And this person that's attached to this card is a professional guide. has had everything to do with pulling all my worlds together, but very much from the professional point of view. So you do have professional guides, Leo, that are coming through that have been in the fields that you're in, the creative fields, and they have a vested interest in what you're doing. And the gap that you need to bridge, then that's all that Scorpio energy, that transformation energy of the 1 foot in this world and 1 foot in the next, is in stepping into, therefore, okay, so this is absolutely confirming it for me, stepping into collaboration with those guides, those professional guides. And that's all there is to say, Leo. It's going from working alone creatively or with humans around you. I think maybe you've been, the emphasis in Leo, I think, is more to do with humans around you. You know, the Nine of Pentacles looking this way, while the Knight of Pentacles is coming up next to her, and she's not looking in that direction because she's looking over here. And so, yes. And of course, the Knight of Pentacles representing for me a Virgo and 6th house, and therefore the Hermit, right? So the Hermit creeping up on the entrepreneur, right? And so now traditionally they would put the Nine of Pentacles as a Virgo card, but to me that doesn't make any sense that the Hermit would be the entrepreneur. That's career energy, so I put it in the 10th house of careers. Yep, so that's what's been going on, because I know you're very inclined towards being, working through physical connections, and now but I don't want to be unfair, because you've seen this coming, and so, but this is why it's all happening. So that's where your financial security is, because we know that it's in your 5th house, affected by these other houses, yes, but this is how, with this absolutely, it's going to be partly channeled work. Okay, thank you so much, Leo. Thank you. This has been brilliant. Very affirming even for me. My 8th house is in Leo. I don't have any planets in Leo, which means I don't really have any self-esteem issues, which drives everybody nuts. So beautiful. So I'll try and communicate this in the title somehow so that you know. But phenomenal. I'm excited to see. Well, I'm excited for what you're going to, I know I won't see it, but I'm excited for what you're going to be doing. Okay. Much love, Leo. Thank you.